episode of The Mastery of Marketing with leading marketing expert Bryson Jones. Get your notepads ready. Here's your host, Bryson Jones.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Mastery of Marketing. I'm your host, Bryson Jones. And today we actually have a special guest. He's from North Carolina, and he's actually in credit repair. And he's been helping more than, over 200 some people, even more, and it's been progressing since, not even less than a year. So I want to reach out and let everyone know that our guest is Torie from United Credit Education Services. And how are you, Torie?
And I am doing perfect, Mr. Jones. I definitely appreciate you getting me on and giving me some time to be able to share some good information with everybody on the radio that's listening today.
Of course. So, and I just want to say thank you for getting on. And I know you've been so busy because I've been trying to get you for at least a couple of weeks to get on here because you've been doing everything. And plus, you've been the top, I believe the top servicer for your own company right now for United, UCES for credit repair. And tell me what really got you into this business?
Well, like I would say that I've always been a type of person who has always wanted to help people, literally. But what got me into it directly was knowing that, for one, my credit needed help, for one, and then for two, I was always living, like a paycheck to paycheck, just type person. It was always my idea to help people get where they need to get to, and by default, I would be able to get where I need to get to. So it's a lot of people that's out there that were just like me, that had the collections, that had the charge-offs, that had the late payments, the missed payments, the bankruptcies, even, like you name it. There's a lot of people who have those and they just need those services. And I feel like, my grandmother used to always say, Torie, you're going to be the type of person that's going to be able to help a lot of people get where they need to get to and reach their goals. And I feel like that's what I want to help people do.
That's great. And how long you been in the industry for?
I started back in the middle of May with this United Credit Education Services, but I've always been in business for myself. I probably started doing my own business, I think back in 2011, 2012. So I've been with several different companies, but this one has really set itself apart. And a lot of the teamwork that we do with mentorship and training and make sure that we give people the correct information has been like, it's set it to another level, man. So I'm super happy to be able to help people out, period.
Oh, wow. And also, I know you told me about your background. You're in aviation as well, right?
Yes, sir. I am actually in aviation maintenance, and I've been doing that since 2012. So I want to say like 9 years, so to speak. Like August, I think would be like 9 years, I think. So like it's been like it's been tremendous. It's been great, man. Just to be able to service people on both aspects.
That's great. Because look, everyone, you don't have to have a degree and everything else what you need to get into for the business you want to be into. So look at Torie, perfect example. His background is aviation, but he actually likes to help out people for credit repair. And remember this, credit repair is mainly focused to help anyone, if you need to get a credit card or you need to get a mortgage or you need to try to get refinancing or you need to get, a car. There's so many other things that your credit score is so important in life. And it's no joke. And especially during COVID, everyone has been getting on the train for that. And it's been amazing. And thanks to this, everyone's been taking responsibility for their own credit. And plus, it helps you out, save, money, monthly payments on bills. So that's the reason why, I saw Torie once he got started in this industry. I was like, all right, you know what? I need to reach out to him. And also I reached out to his company as well. And I actually am a customer, myself, to get a couple of things off my credit report. So I was very, very happy about that. So, and they did remove a couple of things. But further ado, I want to get a little bit more about Torie, or actually he can tell who is UCES, United Credit Education Services. Tell me more about this company, because I know there's so many different credit repair, individuals and big, broad companies, and a lot of people are kind of scared about them. But I just want to know, who is United Credit Education Services, UCES?
Well, it's a very a long story, but I just try to keep things simple and
Yes.
straight. We've been around since 2004. We've had the same leaders, the same two guys that have brought the company together and have actually made this thing what it is, have been here since 2004. And that tells a lot about the company. Like basically out of Farmington Hills, Michigan, these two guys decided to come together, because they wanted to help people, and as well as not just credit repair, helps us with budgeting, helps us with debt payoff solutions, helps a lot of people get access to wills and trust and get those done as part of our service. Now, if you look at just that will and trust part, a lot of people are paying thousands just to get that done, to have those set up for their families, just in case they're unfortunate. It's timely death for them to come on. Like, I don't wish that upon anybody. Like COVID actually had a lot of different effects on people. A lot of people passed away and didn't have those things in line. So now we give people that chance to be able to get themselves set up in that untimely event that somebody was to pass away. And those folders, those items, most people put it in our financial lockbox. That's another one of our services. So just in case something happens, you can give, like for instance, I can give you access to a boom. Bryson, if anything was to happen to me, look, here's my access to my financial lockbox that'll have another copy of my will and trust in it, or any of your important documents, to where you can keep those things lined up and in track. So like we say, we're not just credit repair, we offer a lot of different things, and we also help out with the financial literacy for the youth through the YFL Family Mint. And this year, I think we given out over $600,000 to be able to help the youth in from let me see, what is it? A lot of the high school seniors and the college freshmen could qualify for this.
Wow.
So it's not only helping those students out with their education, it's actually helping us to be able to collect. Right now, I can go back in my back office and look in and see, hey, look, here's some things I want to share with my kids, that them read over it, let them read through it, and that can get them set up to where they're not doing the same thing I did: missed payments, late payments, charge off collections, and stuff like that. So the company is basically set up for a lot of these different things to help people keep their finances together. So that meant a lot to me, and that's the reason why I actually started, say, my own business with this, because I knew it can help a lot of people and keep a lot of people from making the same mistakes as I did.
Man, that is a lot.
Yeah.
And and no, as a customer, I seen it just because you guys help out for building credit, for helping out for credit, and also walking you through, hey, this is what we're going to do for the letters. And you guys are actually going to be side by side with the customer. If there's any questions, you can call the customer service, or you can call the service rep. And it's just, I felt very welcome and very invited. And plus, this is not just one state; they are nationwide. So UCES is nationwide, and they are growing like very rapidly. They have many teams out there, but plus, anyone can be on this team as well too, because it's not just specific individuals. No, because this is a all-around company where they give you opportunities to build your own business as well, and also help out people. So all around, it's all equal opportunities. So I was very, very happy. When I saw this, I was like, wow. Because I spoke to other reps about that, and they pretty much as compassionate as you are, Torie, and pretty much you're the top top salesperson there. And but you've been there mainly to help out people and with great customer service. So that's why I reached out to you, and just really just brought you on the show to get a little bit more on what is it that you're going to do for this company as well, and also for your own business. So it's growing really, really fast. And we do have a couple more minutes before we go on our first break. I'll give you one question. So what type of marketing strategies have you done when you first began with UCES?
Basically, I was just on social media most of the time. Was doing different like ad campaigns and stuff, but I'm not as experienced in it. Um, when I first started as I am in now, there's different things you can plug in. So like, my different strategies have been just mainly social media, Instagram, Facebook. Haven't really done a lot on Snapchat, but Facebook and Instagram have been my main two that I've been going to as far as marketing. We do get people some good information, and be able to get them to basically come out and reach out to us. So I'm not out just hitting people up in their inbox. I'm just giving them the information I need to offer from the company and the services, and most people just reach out to me and ask me for information and get started.
Wow. And it's tough. And this, because I get that a lot of respect, because as soon as you start out, it's like, okay, should I just, spam everyone on my friends list, or, and then you're like, hey guys, I got this business, like, listen to me. And of course, and I do the same thing, and, it sucks, but it's just, you have to get yourself out there, first, but later on you learn, the strategies and, step by steps, it's trial and error. Because a lot of people, it does work just like that. Like, hey guys, I got this great business opportunity, and I'm doing all these things. You send to your friends. Sometimes they can blow up, and they'll share it. A lot of them, it's like, all right, good for you, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And it can be humiliating, but you just got to keep being consistent and everything else. And guys, we'll be right back with Torie Cherry with UCES, and we'll be right back with the Master in Marketing. And I'm your host, Bryson Jones. Be right back.
Florida Media Group Productions. Here's your host, marketing expert, Bryson Jones.
And welcome back, everyone. My name is Bryson Jones, and you are watching and listening to the Mastery in Marketing. And I'm actually here with our special guest, Torie Cherry from United Credit Education Services. So we were just first, at the beginning, getting to know who is Torie Cherry, and what is United Credit Education Services. They do credit repair. They do many other things. They help you guide through to build credit, help you delete credit, certain derogatory or, just incorrect things on your credit reports, and many other aspects. So right now we're trying to learn, he's actually a top salesman for his company as well. And we want to know from what he started and what he's doing now for marketing strategy. So Torie, what is it that you have done since you started with UCES for marketing wise? Have you changed to like a different route for your, for your strategies, or are you still just progressing on? So tell me all about it.
Well, like I actually started out, my knowledge wasn't there. Did some good research. Like I said, I was doing the ads as far as on social media, but I do a lot of, like I still do like in person.
Okay.
Talking to people, like I still do, like I might do a Facebook Live video, might bring some people in, I might hit them to my inbox. I do like ads, like I said, on Facebook, Instagram, but I wasn't knowledgeable in the first beginning. So now I have more information that I've actually done more research on. I've talked to different people. I'm going to reach out to I actually got with the Fish Florida Association to help me out with some different marketing stuff to kind of get, to be able to reach as many people as I can, because I personally am limited without access to other people who's going to help me, not only me get myself and brand myself, but as far as branding the business as well, and putting the services out there and make sure people are getting the results that they need to get. I'm doing the same thing for my team, getting them to do many things. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone that's going to get you where you need to be. Not everybody's a people person. Not everybody can do a live video. Not everybody can do X, Y, and Z. But a lot of things that I'm able to do now, or anybody's able to do, they actually learn and just feel comfortable with it. And that's what it's all about, just getting out of your comfort zone and learning what you need to learn.
It's really tough, because a lot of people want to do the old school ways where I want to communicate, face to face and everything else. But of course, COVID can't really do that too much. You got to be at, 6 feet away. So, or you have to be behind a glass door, and people are so scared of just literally like, okay, I don't even want to do a meeting with you. I really just do a Skype with you and stuff. And a lot of people don't even want to go to the stores. So it's like, all right, what is it that I need to reach out people to? Is because a lot of times people want to do magazines and even the yellow pages still. And it's been really tough to do that. And it just, now that trend's been kind of dying down, and just like tangible stuff. I don't think hardly anyone buys, or does subscriptions to paper anymore. They just maybe subscribe. Maybe they just subscribe to, websites, or just, YouTube channels and everything else. So that's why, I'm glad that for credit repair, you do live responses. You at least, do live, video chats and everything else. And also, there's so much more. Plus, everyone's going to do YouTube channels and do Instagram, and you have to be consistent. That's the main thing. So how many channels have you done? Like how many platforms are you on right now? Like you can say the list. Let me know.
I mean, I don't have a real big list per se. Like
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of well, for one, like I'll say something that's helped a lot of our team, a lot of our organization and agents reach to the masses and get them to is our leadership. We actually do live Zoom calls like throughout the week, and it's like multiple days throughout the week. So like if we want to get 10 people to that, we can get everybody to see all of that at one time. Of course, we have our website, we have our information that people can actually see on there, but seeing people say that visually has really helped a lot of people get to know that. But as far as being able to actually branch out and be able to do more things, like I feel like it's more of uh, Facebook. I've done it. Instagram, like I said, I haven't done any Snapchat. I'm a little nervous to do the TikTok thing, but I
Oh, you
think I
don't.
might
Well,
go.
yeah. You don't have to dance. I mean, you don't have to dance for credit and stuff. But I mean, it's just. I mean, people just feel like cooking. They do
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
quick clips, and that gets at least 500,000 views minimum. I don't know how,
yeah,
but I see them, and then they post it at the same time to Instagram, YouTube, and everything else. So
yeah.
I mean, there's always different strategies, and oh yeah, I always want to know like. I don't know how you guys blew up because I know was it just word of mouth for UCES? It just like blew up like a wildfire. I mean, brush fire. I mean, literally, like I didn't know they just came out of nowhere and just like during COVID. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
man, a lot of people needed help, and I was myself came across the post. It was on social media, and that's how a lot of people are come across the thing. They had, they were in home, they were, people were still doing like applications online and sending stuff off, resumes here, resumes there, and it's like you they had the time. Now, like it was word of mouth. A lot of people, like a lot of the posts that I put up, I have a great feedback. A lot of our agents that are doing the same thing, like you said, it's all about consistency. Like we do consistently post our financial tips, credit tips. We give people a lot of motivation. We give the information that they need, and they will share it, and that will get things out there. So like people will say, "Oh, Tori, how do you get to to the top 50 out of 40 or 50,000 agents?" It's all about, saying it's all about keeping that consistency. It's all about letting people know you're serious. And people out of nowhere just started reaching out to me because my stuff was getting shared to other people. So like it blew up by word of mouth, by social media, and just our agents doing what we're trained to do, which is spread the information.
And that's the reason why I got you is because you're very interpersonal with everyone, and that's why this company is very interpersonal, like with any customer. And it's hard to at least believe like, oh, okay, can I trust you or not? And literally, you have a brand, and they've been growing like crazy, and they actually have a great marketing strategy where they collaborate with individual entrepreneurs or people who are seeking new opportunities, and set up meetings and set up teams. Say, look, let's see what we can try to do from here and grow it. And that's their strategy of building a team and then expand, then reach out. Like, hey, how have you heard of this? Hey, have you heard of this? And that's one thing. Then a lot of people, would you ever reach out to like a influencer? Would you ever do that? Or like maybe YouTube or at least Instagram? Do more things. I didn't know if you ever tried that realm because a lot of people now are trying to piggyback on influencers or just reach out to influencers and so just doing marketing because like, hey, I'll give you $100, do this one post for me, bam, and just say, hey, ask and follow and try it out because that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays. I mean, it's different strategies. It's not 100%, but it's at least something to play around with. Have you ever got like any eye on any influencers you want to reach out to?
I had a couple that had actually, they reached out. Like I get a lot of people who actually reach out to me, but I do look on Instagram as far as to find different people who have a super crazy high amount of followers, and they do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them reach out to me because they see the content that I put out, and they're just like, hey man, like this is what we can do X, Y, and Z for you to be able to post. Certain people post certain things. They do drop your flyers into like basically like a what I want to see, like a marketing campaign, kind of like to kind of get your stuff out there. So I have used that when I first started. Now I've kind of built a good audience, and people will follow me. Like I think I started with like, can't remember, like 130 some followers. That was just me off myself. Now I think I have like 515 or almost 550. And a lot of people actually added me on Facebook. I think when I first started in May, only had like maybe 2,200 friends. Now it's like 4,900 and something. So it's actually about, you know what I'm saying, about like getting yourself out there, getting, you know, letting people know that you are serious. Like I don't talk about business on my social media all the time, but still,
Yeah.
like it's all about just getting that information out there and letting people follow you genuinely.
No, it makes sense because a lot of times whenever you do like Instagram, you get a lot of fake accounts on a daily basis, and you don't even know where the hell these guys came from. It's like, like I got 19 today, and they all have zero posts, but they have 20 followers or in just a generic thing. I'm just like, what? And I had to block them every time. So everyone, please, whenever you do a business, especially on Instagram, Facebook, please filter out your stuff. And I know you
Yeah,
don't want to make yourself completely private, but it takes a lot of time. That's why there are teams, to do this as well. So, but when you're doing it by yourself, it's a lot, a lot of stuff to learn, but just don't accept everyone. There's a lot of times they can scam you or at least hack into your account. So just be aware of that. And you're like, oh, this person has 20,000 followers. But as soon as they post, they get maybe 20 likes. So that's a key thing too. Always find someone has good followers and also see how many likes they actually have consistently. If they do, that's a legit follower. And like
yep.
no joke, or influencer. And that's a person that
Hmm.
you should follow and reach out to. Those are the key
Exactly.
strategies to really get into. And yes, there's a good amount of them, but you just got to be really careful about that.
It's true.
And, and hold on one second. We're actually going to go on another break. That was really quick, guys. But we'll be right back with Torie Cherry from UCES. And you're watching the Mastery Marketing with Bryson Jones. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, to the Mastery Marketing. I'm your host, Bryson Jones, and here are our guests from UCES, Torie Cherry, who is a credit repair expert and also, a very bright entrepreneur, and his background is in aviation. So we've been learning a lot about Torie, about his company as well, UCES. But right now, I'm going to get, down to the grinds of, what are the bottlenecks since you got into this industry. I really want to know, tell me your personal experiences and what is it that you saw, since COVID, after COVID, and do you see if there's like a new trend? Credit repair.
You mean like as far as like more people needing it, or has it
Yeah,
increased,
more and
decreased?
more people need it because since you got into it, like, what are like the bottlenecks since you worked with, all the customers? Like, are they like technology, not technology savvy, or it's kind of hard to communicate, or
Uh,
it's been really tough, to help these people in the industry because these three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion have changed a lot of rules. And also, like, hey, is every time you try to do like a credit, repair letter, a dispute letter, they say, nope, we've seen that before. Bam, they know it's too generic, and they'll just push it aside and say, hey, it's been, what is it? It's been, I think, verified. That's my favorite one. And like,
exactly.
that's the only thing I want to know more about that. Like, what are the bottlenecks you saw because you thought, oh, it's easy, just send out a letter and stuff. No, it's a lot more stuff to it.
Yeah, it's a lot more things that people don't know about. But these letters are there to get them to verify the information per the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Because if a lot of people read that up, it's a lot of laws and things they have to follow. And a lot of times they don't follow those laws. That's why we're able to help get a lot of people, help to get their credit back, because these companies are just using a lot of scare tactics to try to get people to get on the phone, try to verify this X, Y, and Z. So I tell a lot of people, if you're getting those, like, like I call them bill collectors, just like they come around, like don't let them scare you into uh, anything. Like they might send you a letter, they might try to get you to get on the phone and verify your stuff. If it's truly yours per se, or yours in a way to where they'd be able to prove it, they would have all the information that they need from you. So basically they're trying to get your most current up-to-date information by calling you. And that's why they call you, because they can't send you anything, can't get you any information to your house. So they're trying to call you, hey, like, is this a good phone number to X, Y, and Z? And once you say yes, then you tell them what that number is. Now they're going to start harassing you even more. And then they're going to ask you, what's your current address to verify. Now they're not doing it to verify. They're just doing it to get your information to send you something. So anytime they ask you anything like that, just don't give me information. I just tell people, just hang up the phone, because once those things have been taken care of, they've been charged off, you're not going to be legally liable for that information. But as far as some bottlenecks, a lot of people aren't like technology savvy. Some people, we have you to where you can either get your dispute letters in the mail, and a lot of people, that are old fashioned, they like to tend to do that. But nowadays, with the United States Postal Service taking time that has been taken to get people, the letters, their workforce is down, just like as you've seen on the news. A lot of everybody has been affected by COVID. So I tell people, if you're going to do the dispute letters, do the PDF version. Most people, they're enrolling on Tuesday. They're able to get their dispute letters by Friday, so they can start sending these things off faster and getting more results back in a quicker time frame. So a lot of people aren't technology savvy. They do like to get the ones that come in the envelope in the mail, but most people like to do it during the PDF. So we haven't really seen like a decline in business because of COVID, because people, a lot of people use COVID for excuses for whatever they want to use it. But I
Exactly.
tell, there's always ways to get around and make what you need to make happen. If you want to get that dream home, if you want to get that car, if you want to get that vacation property, if you want to refinance your home, like that stuff you want to do, you have to set goals to be able to make that happen. So we really haven't seen a large drop in business, to be honest, because people need credit and they need extra income.
Yeah. And for just because a lot of times, yeah, I actually been in that one situation where one bank I actually had to work with, and had a couple of late payments on this one bank, and I actually paid it off, but they actually transferred to collectors and stuff. And the one thing is that they called me for months, and I was like, I didn't know too much about it, but when they called me, I said, all right, fine, I accept. And I verbally agreed and everything else. But the main thing is that don't ever agree to anything unless it is documented, it's tangible, and you read it and they say, look, I'm not going to do anything unless you guys can do, delete, I think pay to delete or something like that on paper.
Right.
It's something to resolve it. If not, then that's another thing you have to do later on. It's something like that. And also, I think you said one of them was a scare tactic. I heard that I believe that, what is it that the credit bureaus do to do like a scare tactic? What are like the most devastating things that scares most people? I think it was that
Uh,
the credit drop. Remember we were talking about that
yeah,
earlier.
yeah, they'll take it, and I think that because I had a couple of my clients, because they'll put a remark on there, and if they change a remark and it's saying like it's being investigated, like they put it on to where they will drop your score down. And some people are like, oh wait, hold on, it just dropped 20 points because I'm trying to dispute it. They want you to get scared, and they want you to stop being aggressive, because like they're going to win if they do that. So a lot of people just, oh well, I don't want to do it. I mean, I've seen the same thing happen to me. We talked about it a little bit earlier, and you said one of your friends the same thing happened, but once they started being more consistent with it, items and stuff started falling off. So like I tell people, don't look at those scare tags. My points dropped down to 20 points because they added this remark. Yes, adding a remark, like the same thing I put on my credit for my school loans. Same thing, they added a remark. It went down, they took it off, it went back up. So it's just the way they're trying to get people to stop trying to get things removed off.
It's
Yep.
no, it's rough, and that's why we have you guys, to take care of this. Because like, hey, like, oh my god, I dropped 20 some points. Like, no, that's the first step. Because once they receive UCES dispute letters, like they check it out. Okay, they look at your profile, say, well, all right, we're going to try to investigate it. Then they drop it because it's a scare tactic. Because you're doing something aggressive, they're going to do that as well. It's a pushback. So, and I learned that a lot. And as soon as that happens, then later on, okay, everything gets resolved. Bam, your credit score will skyrocket. Not amazingly, but it goes up. And overall, that's just a couple strategies and stuff. And I believe that those are the main bottlenecks right now, getting pushbacks and trying to figure out, okay, we can't make a lot of generic letters. We have to make them very unique. And also, you guys have an in-house credit repair lawyers as well, or attorneys. And then I learned that a lot because I spoke with UCES and they educated me a lot. So, and you guys are pretty much all around fantastic. And I want to know a little bit more about the major things that what are your main customers that you want to target? Does it matter about age groups, or it doesn't matter such as industries, or I want to know, because a lot of credit repair people will just focus on, maybe they don't want to focus on young people, they want to focus on people that are in their 30s. So I'm just wondering, what are your target demographics?
Like, to be honest, I've had demographics ranging anywhere from 19 or 20. I think the oldest woman that I spoke with, she was like, and actually she's about to get ready to enroll, I think this week or next week. I think I spoke to her, she was like 50. So like the age doesn't really matter. Like I do have more women that reach out for the help than males for whatever reason. Like I'm not gonna really talk about that, but still it's like, I mean, it's like, like everybody's needing help. Like I'm getting all different type of ranges. I'm getting all different type of ethnicities. A lot of people reach out. Help is help. Like I've had it to where one person, it was a husband and a wife. They talked about it, and it was like, oh, we don't need the help. And like 2 or 3 weeks later, they came back and signed up because they seen another post that had happened, and another one of their friends had saying, a younger one of their cousins that signed up and told them about it. So, they were like, oh, I'm too old, I don't want this and that. And I'm like, look, I mean, if you feel like you want to get something in the near future, get some other real estate, you're going to need that to be able to get that business credit and to be able to get that stuff set out there. So there's really no age. People need help all over the world. Millions.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much you guys are, nationwide. And that's why, for credit repair, a lot of people do different tactics. Like, oh, I want to piggyback, and such as I want to be what is it? I want to be a authorized user on, on credit cards and stuff, and, banks, on, different loan programs and everything else. And it's, you see all these different strategies, and sometimes it's not even worth it, just because it can get you in trouble as well. Because imagine you get yourself on someone else's credit card, and then later on they don't pay it. That's on your credit report. And I learned a lot from this, and thanks to you guys too. And I done a little background in regards. So I know, because I experienced it, because I've been through, I believe the past 2 to 3 years, for this one tough bank. I was trying to get removed. It took me almost 4 or 5 different credit repair companies. And and I'll tell, and it's been really tough, but overall, I'll tell you guys more about that right after our break from our sponsors. So we'll be right back with the Master Marketing. I'm your host, Bryson Jones, and we'll be right back with Torie Cherry with UCES.
Here's your host, marketing expert, Bryson Jones.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Mastery Marketing. I'm your host, Bryson Jones, and we're actually at the last stride of our show. And I am with Torie Cherry from UCES, United Credit Education Services. He is the leader, pretty much the main leader in credit repair services. And also, we've been just going down, what type of strategy he's been doing for marketing and growing his business, and, also what he has been, just going through during COVID times. So right now, we're going to learn more about Torie on a little bit about his background, such as for growing his business, especially for websites. So Torie, you told me that you have about 2 websites, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what are those websites?
But they can reach out and find me. It's very simple. It's www.torie, Torie, cherry, just like the fruit, CHERRY.com. And that's actually the I would say the client and customer side to get your credit repaired. But we also have a business side to where actually you can take advantage of this and have a chance to make some additional income. And actually that does add the life insurance with it as well. Not to mention we just added the travel club with it, as well as a prescription. And that website is www.buildwithtorie, Torie, Torie.com. So you can either go to www.toriecherry, one R I E.com, or you can go to www.build, as in build a building, with WITH, Torie, TORIE.com.
That's fantastic. And actually, when did you build those websites?
Actually, they were more of a company made because we have to stay with compliance.
Okay.
But the original links I just basically just went on to and got something a little bit more professional that lead people directly to it. But still, we did some work and we all talked about it, and we all just came up with our generic websites for people to look at. But these are the ones that look fantastic. When you visit those, you can definitely see and get a lot of information off there to get educated.
And it's very important to at least have a website. That's the one thing. You can't just like, all right, I have a Facebook page. That's not a website, guys. That's just pretty much, your own little profile and stuff. It's like a little fan page. But a lot of times, whenever you get into business, you will need a website. And that's the reason why Torie has a couple of them right now. And I believe you might even do more later on, see what happens. And that's the one thing. If you're going to be doing business, you'll need a website. And, it's not that hard. It might take a little bit extra money and stuff, but just something to use. And, it takes a lot. It does get scary. Like, okay, I got to find the right name, or if I change it to this name or .com, what's going to happen and stuff. Like, no, nothing's going to happen. It's just, you can always change it later on. And, it's something that don't be afraid of. Just do it and you will see. And Torie, and you're pretty much, example of doing that. And also it helps out for compliance, and you know who you are. And that's how you're going to grow your brand too. You can't just depend on Instagram page and Facebook page. A website, it's a really, really powerful tool as well. Just like Amazon. Like, how did everyone know about Amazon? They created a website.
They created a website, yeah.
And just talk about, for that, this is a strategize. What is it that you're going to do within the next 6 months, for your business? Is there any other strategies that you're going to go into? Maybe you're going to jump, you might leapfrog into another platform, or you might see something else. Or I was just wondering, are you going to partner up with anybody? Tell me what are you going to do for the next 6 months?
I have my eye on I always, anytime I go out into the world, Walmart, Target, wherever you want to call it, if I see any real estate agents, I try to talk to them, give them my business card, they give me theirs, or we try to link up because they come across clients that are not qualified all the time. Loan officers, you name it. If I see it has a deal with anybody needing their credit, or I know that it could lead somebody into helping their family get or earn an additional income, like I try to help people out. I don't try to single anybody out. Anybody who I know, who I hear talking, if I'm even in the working at the Charlotte Douglas Airport and I hear anybody mention something about, man, I hate this job. I wish I had this, not and this, and I just always ask them, would you like to fix that? Or would you like to, do you keep your options open for an additional income? And a lot of people, times are hard now, and anybody who needs an additional income, and it's been a simple fact that I heard from, I can't remember who heard it. If a lot of people who have went through their foreclosures and stuff had an additional $500 a month that would have kept them from losing their house. That would have kept them from losing their home. So that extra additional income, like I always say, the income disclosures, I can't guarantee anything, but I tell you that your bank account matches your work effort. I mean, like you said, the websites help me out. Like I do have a business page on Facebook at Cherry Financial Services. So you reach out to that. It does have my information on it. Like as well, you can check out a lot of the posts I do. I do put some good information up there. So, they have some good testimonies in there as well. So I try to give the facts to the people, give the people the good stories, and just basically go from there. But from as far as this year, going to train to get the organization to where it needs to be, help them get to the goals that they need to reach, help as many clients as we can, and we're ultimately going to get to where we need to get to as far as our goal.
Man, that's amazing. I can't wait for that. So right now you have about a couple hundred followers right now. It's just a start. It's just a beginning. So we're going to follow up with you like later on this year. And also we're going to continue as well. And, we're building something together as well. And I'm very happy that you are a sponsor, with us. I'm very, very proud of that. And, Torie Cherry, you have no idea. And also you can reach out. And Torie, tell everyone, what are the, on Facebook, where should they reach out to you for?
When I say that again, you kind of cut out a little bit. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I say, what are the main pages they can reach out to you, like on Instagram? So how can they find you on Instagram? How are they going to find you on Facebook?
On Instagram, it's an older page, but I've started to make it work. It's at GO4, like as in 4, and broke again. Like if you're broke and you just spend all your money, So it's Go for Broke Again on Instagram. As far as Facebook, it's just my first and last name, Torie, Torie, last name Cherry. Now there is going to be 2 profiles. One is going to have the letter A in the middle. I'm not really on that page. That's an older page, and it got hacked, so I don't use that. So I got my new page up, and it's Torie Cherry, TorieCherry on Facebook, and Go for Broke Again, the number 4, not FOR or FOUR, on Instagram. And my business page, as I did say, is at Cherry Financial Services. You should recognize me on there. It's gonna have my information, phone number, I think my email, as well. So you should definitely be able to reach out to me on any one of those platforms, and I'll be able to answer your questions.
That's fantastic. And Torie, thank you so much for being a guest on this show. I was very honored for you to be here. And I know everyone got educated about UCES and about yourself as well. And we'll follow with you later on this year. And, and we'll see a lot more just greatness from you. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Mastering Marketing. I'm your host, Bryson Jones. And please, like and subscribe to Mastering Marketing. And we'll see you guys again.